This Halloween, after the kids are done trick-or-treating and are safely tucked away in their bed, it's time to get scared. Come on down to FanZcene Vids, where for the whole month of October, rent 2 frightfully good films, get the third one free. Come browse our latest and scariest selection of VHS rentals, and remember, don't be afraid of no ghost. FanZcene Vids, make it a FanZcene fright. Hey. Hello, everybody, fellow fellers. Welcome to FanZcene. I hope you like my little faux 80s commercial there.
I need FanZcene to voice my future commercials.
I don't have the best voice. I was just,
No, you have a great voice, okay? I'm actually being nice to you this time.
Download the Domino's app today.
Oh, look at that. And the sound just kicks off in the background all of a sudden.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are you playing a Domino's trailer?
It just popped up. I was silencing my phone and it popped up. Sorry about that.
I love their pizza, but this isn't a pizza stream. This is a physical media stream.
Yeah. But welcome everybody, and welcome Mike Joseph. It's not Cancel Jeremy, it's Mike Joseph and Runner and Tom. Welcome and hail to Stephen Luther and Cosmic Squirrel hanging in the chat already, and everybody watching. Glad to have you guys here with us tonight. Talk some physical media and have some fun, some great conversation. Before we get into everything, is there any new release or any sales or anything you guys want to talk about?
Oh, well, I suppose we should get into what has been announced for the week, because we had a big week this last week, if you guys remember. But this week, the latest news, let's start with everybody's favorite movie of the year, Space Jam.
Yeah. The original or the new one?
No, the new one. The new one's getting an overpriced release from Warner Brothers.
And nobody's buying it.
That's going to... Yeah, no one's buying that shit.
I don't know if Mike knows anything about this, but I guess the price point on Space Jam 2 for the 4K is like the highest price point they can charge.
No, I haven't paid attention to it.
So they're probably trying to make up for the loss.
How much they got it set at?
I think their suggested retail price was like $29.99 or more than that. It's stupid.
Oh, that is
some people were griping about it. Nobody wants that movie anyway. So
yeah, I know. So
actually, it's over 30. I'm sorry. It's the $34.99 one. That's the $34.99 because Amazon has it right. Or no, I take that back. It's even higher. $49.98 is the list price.
God.
But you can get it right now at Amazon for $32.99.
I wouldn't pay a dime for
that.
That
is fucking insane for a list price. I think that's the same price they did for Tenet.
Damn. They must be smoking something.
I think if I get that, I'll find a cheap digital code for it.
Yeah, I mean, you can find it. Dude, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It is not.
It
is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. I wish I could have my 2 hours back.
Jeez.
I mean, it's not even good on like a bad level to where you can have fun with it because it is so pretentious and full of itself. I don't know, man. Did you see it, Greg?
I've seen. I didn't watch it, but I browsed through it because I had HBO Max, and when he lands and it's the Nike symbol, I was just like, I'm done. I didn't bother with it.
I saw the trailer and I thought that was bad enough.
So it's it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad.
I wouldn't waste my time on it unless you could find it for dirt cheap, Mike.
Yeah, that'll probably be the if one of the kids on the account want it.
I was gonna say you'll probably find it in like a junk sale or something for like $5.
Probably.
Maybe Black Friday.
Even then, he's going to want to buy it. Then it's like,
no,
my damn 7-year-old wants this damn movie, and I don't want to give it to him. That's crazy.
The first one is out on 4K though.
Yes, and the first one is. I know, people say it's nostalgia goggles, but I really don't think it's that bad personally.
I don't like it.
Mike? You didn't like it?
No. Now, Looney Tunes Back in Action is another story. That's a great movie.
That one needs a 4K release, but I have no idea what kind of. I wonder if that one was done at 2K. Anyway, finished because that was 2004 that came out, 2005, somewhere in there, maybe even later.
I'm not sure the exact year, but that was a good Looney Tunes movie.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it might have been 2007 even. I'm not sure.
I mean, Brendan Fraser kills in that, so Stephen Luther says, I looked into Chud on Blu-ray just because we were joking about it, and the price on Blu-ray is between $65 to $100. I was like,
I'm glad I picked it up not that long ago.
Damn, I had it on my list, and I noticed that it was not being sold anymore. So it must be out of print.
Arrow released 2 versions of that movie. They've got a limited edition and a standard edition. So make sure you weren't looking at the limited edition.
Oh, I bet he was looking at the limited edition.
I got 2 disc. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's the limited edition one. I'm not sure if the standard edition is out of print or not.
Yeah, that's good to check on.
Yes, and as we heard, there is a sale at Kino Lorber.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, go ahead. Sorry, Matt.
It's their Rocktober sale goes through October 26th. It's got over 800 titles in the sale.
Nice. Tom's going to be spending some money.
God damn you guys!
Didn't they release the American Psycho Steelbook for?
They did. And
yes,
this week, but I have not got a chance to watch it yet. So I'm hopefully going to watch it this week, so I can bring it on next week. But yeah, I got the cool Steelbook one.
I need to get that. I tried finding it at the Best Buy that I went to today, and they did not have it.
We'll probably get into this a little bit more later when we talk about Halloween here in a bit. But Best Buy, unless you pre-order anymore, you're shit out of luck half the time. Yeah. It's really kind of hit and miss unless it's a big movie like a Marvel movie. They don't. Yeah, they're pretty,
it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's a big time crapshoot.
And
go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's also a sale at Blue Underground, 40% off their movies. So
you guys,
if you want to look into Blue Underground, they make some of those. Like Tom brought on what was that? Dead and Buried.
Yeah,
and Maniac, they make those. Those are great 4K restorations that Tom gave us. And so,
is the Maniac Cop ones on sale? Because I got.
I think the Maniac Cops were still delayed.
Regardless, I mean, I'm wondering about the price because
I don't know. I haven't looked at them, so you might have checked it out and see.
I'll have to compare them. Yeah. Otherwise, we had let's see here. Classic Monsters have been delayed.
I love those too. That's crazy.
I have no idea how long the 4-pack is going to be delayed, but Best Buy did get their steelbooks of the individuals. So what I did is I ordered Dracula and Frankenstein in the steelbook, and I think I'm going to cancel my 4-pack for now.
Yeah,
and then just either pick up the other 2 as I see them cheaper, and or wait till Black Friday and get hopefully like the box set goes on sale for like $30 or something. Because that chapped my ass this week too, almost as much as the Halloween deal, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But I don't know, other than just supplies, they just probably didn't get them in time. I have no idea. Mike, do you know anything about it?
No, I know. But going back to Chud real quick.
Yes.
It is out of print, but according to Blu-ray.com, Arrow is re-releasing it next month.
Oh, there you go. So
they're re-releasing a single disc version next month.
Do it.
Yeah.
And from my recollection, the second disc, all that had on it was like the US cut, I believe, and all the special features and stuff were on the first disc, from my memory. And it's the unrated cut.
Yeah, there was an alternate cut on the second disc.
Yeah, it's the VHS cut or whatever it was called, the UK or US VHS cut or whatever.
But you're right.
Yeah,
Tom.
I was looking up that when you guys were talking about.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But so the 4-pack is delayed as of now, but it looks like Best Buy got their steelbooks of the monster movies, but they're kind of high price. So like that's why I only bought the 2. I'm like, I ain't paying $30 for Invisible Man and when and the werewolf one when I already got Wolfman when I've already got those in like 2 other copies on Blu-ray. So I'll wait. But other than that, I have no idea why they're delayed in the 4-pack, other than must just be the supply chain.
That, and like you said, everything's manufactured outside of the US now.
Yeah, and likely these steelbooks come from a completely different place than the 4-packs do, so they likely got those shipments first, and it just happened to work out that way. And I should have mine in the mail in the next couple days here, but so I'll have to wait till next week to talk about them. But I thought I was going to have a Halloween box set to talk about this week. I thought I was going to have fucking Classic Monsters to talk about this week. Oh, no.
It happens.
And then we had a couple of Warner Archive announcements. We had Fury. We had The Last of Sheila, Lullaby of Broadway, Thin Man Goes Home, National Velvet, which is one of my late grandma's favorites, so I might have to pick that one up just because.
Yeah, I might be getting that one myself.
Yeah. And then we had Some Came Running, The Party Girl, Stanwyck. Or wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Ladies, They Talk About with Barbara Stanwyck. And that Bee Gees documentary from Frank Marshall is also coming to Blu-ray. We all know Frank Marshall.
Yes.
And
Happy Days and so forth.
Nicolas Cage has a steelbook of Prisoners of Ghostland coming out.
I still need to see that.
Was there any other new news that you needed to share with us as well, Greg or Mike?
I know Scream Factory announced they were releasing the Hammer Vampire Girls.
Yes, I saw that. You're right.
Yes,
Vampire
and
Lovers.
Shout, Vampire Lovers. Yes, sorry. And Shout is releasing Going Berserk with John Candy, Eugene Levy, and I can't remember the other guy. But yes, those are what I heard about. So
yeah, that's kind of a forgotten John Candy movie.
Which one?
Yes,
Going Berserk.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like isn't it kind of like a precursor to Armed and Dangerous?
Sort of, yeah.
I was gonna say they always kind of sold it as like an Armed and Dangerous sequel on video. I remember a prequel or some shit like that.
Yeah,
when I was younger.
But yes, that's all I can think about for those.
But speaking of Shout Factory,
yes, and we'll get to it speaking of which, I'll go first with my first pick. But I'm going to show everybody a little trailer, and then I'll start with that since we want to,
Yes,
get to
indeed, you have a trailer to show.
Yes, if you're into 80s horror, and it is the season in October, and this sort of does deal with physical media, check this out. So I got to cue it up. I didn't have it queued up. That would have okay. Here you go. Check this out.
In search of darkness, all killer, no filler.
The only thing we seem to rent are gory horror movies.
Terrific!
I guess I just got a little carried away.
The hungry beast. Coming to get you.
You fight him.
Gonna be one of those summers.
What is going on around here?
There you go. A little longer than anticipated, but there you go. It's check it out. I put a link in the chat if you guys want to go get this. It's well worth it because they do some really great work. The first two I absolutely loved. So if you guys are into 80s horror, because this time they're going deep with like the straight to VHS horror movies. Like, so I'm interested to see where they go with that. But there you go. I put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to purchase it. And like I said, it is the season now.
Dude, that I'm sorry to interrupt, but that music is fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, synthwave, baby. I love synthwave.
I was fucking jamming to that shit. It's fucking killer.
It's good. It's good. Killer.
Weird.
But we'll get to my. I'll go first with my first pick, so we can get to what Tom wants to talk about. So.
Oh, I don't have anything to show for it. I just figured we'd talk about it before.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk. And I got the Halloween.
Oh, wow.
4K.
Lucky bastard.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And actually, this is truly, truly lucky. And I did switch out the artwork there.
That's good. I like the pumpkin.
Yeah, I like the original artwork. Okay, funny story here. All right, I actually had this pre-ordered. But you know how I've been talking about my Best Buy quit selling Blu-rays, right? And movie stuff. Turns out I was wrong because I went there last Friday and they have one of those little things out in the middle of the store, one of those like two-sided movie things. So they do sell movies, just a little. They went from like
that
7 aisles to a little.
Pathetic.
Yeah. And they just happened to have one copy left of this because they accidentally put out these Halloween movies a week early at Best Buy. They weren't supposed to put them out.
That's part one.
Yes, they had part one and part two was also
part
out.
One of the story.
Yes, that's part one of the story. So I was wrong. My Best Buy does sell movies, except it's just a little like kiosk thing in the middle of the store now. So I just happened to be around there and I went in. I was like, I'll go check it out, and boom. And I extremely lucky to get that, so I canceled my pre-order and just picked that up right there. Now, for everybody that did pre-order it, it looks like there's some troubles there, Tom.
Okay. First of all, as we talked about last week, Shout Factory did let everybody know there was a bit of a delay with Halloween 2. Shit happens. We know, we understand this day and age, these things happen. According to them, they were going to start shipping out at least those who had ordered like the one sets only or the singular copies. They were going to get theirs sans part 2, and that was going to come at a later date. All fine and dandy until, as Greg said, Best Buy put it out a week early. Not a big deal, snafu on Best Buy's part, right? Well, the worst part of this is in the past, Shout Factory has always been pretty good, at least in my experience, on getting their stuff out on time. And usually you're supposed to get these movies earlier than the street date if you pre-order them through the website by a week or two sometimes. Which, okay, I understand with the supplies, things the way they are right now, they may not be able to do that with this specific box set. I understand. And I personally ordered the big-ass box set, so Lord knows what else they're waiting on besides the movies themselves. I can understand that, but they have not been very transparent with this. But lo and behold, not only did Best Buy get them this week, now Walmarts are starting to get them. And there's a lot of people that have not gotten their pre-orders yet, period.
Right.
And they haven't even shipped, period. So to us as a consumer, as a customer, as especially somebody who's ordered through Shout Factory for a very long time, it really chaps my ass that they made sure that all the box stores had their fucking copies before the customers did that usually go through their website. Especially those like myself, Robert Meyer Burnett, and a few others who chimed in, who ordered that big ass box set. Right. So that is that really is like, you know, it's a bunch of horse shit because it still ain't shipped yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna get the goddamn thing by Halloween.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. And they keep
said shit.
Now, one major reason that could be for that, I know Amazon, for one, will actually incur penalties against companies for missing street dates.
Boy, they sure have missed a lot of fucking street dates, Mike. Because I'll tell you right now, in the past 4 weeks, hell.
I don't know how it's been like in the past year or so, because they might have been lax on it because of COVID and everything. But it used to be before, if you missed a street date and Amazon didn't have your product in stock, they would actually monetarily penalize a company for doing that. So Shout Factory, they would prioritize Amazon over their own customers. I know that. I don't know if Walmart does that or not, but Amazon certainly does.
That's crazy. And it is ridiculous because I've ordered a lot from Shout Factory myself as well. And it's just to see that these people are getting this before that. And I know I feel like kind of a dick for getting it, but it was literally the last copy. So I just picked it up and canceled my pre-order because, like you said, my pre-order wouldn't even probably be here by now.
It's not your fault, Greg, and you shouldn't feel the least bit guilty. What you should be doing, though, is we all should be holding Scream and Shout Factory to the fucking coals here and asking them, what is the deal? And why is it the big box stores got them first? If that's the case, Mike, fine. But regardless, these last few weeks have been hell. If you followed the show, I know you haven't been on a lot of the episodes lately, but every week I have some story about how I had a pre-order and then I had to go find it somewhere else and I had to do this and jump through 10 hoops to get it. And that's been the norm lately. And even like some things coming in a week or two late, like Clockwork Orange and things of that sort. So this is getting ridiculous. I understand how things are going, but when you have a situation where Shout Factory, their whole thing is set up to where if you ordered through them and pay the premium price and do the special stuff, you're supposed to get that little extra better treatment and get it first. Like their first priority should be to get it to those pre-ordered customers, right? Like that to me feels like that should be the thing. And I get it, Mike, if there's penalties, then that's the case. But right now, I don't think any of them are really holding them to the fire.
No. Yeah. No, like I said, this isn't the first time they've done this. And the last time it happened a few years ago, it was because they needed to fill street dates with major retailers. And that kind of chat my ass then. And I've only ordered like exclusives from them ever since. I used to order every once in a while right off their site, but if I can get it somewhere else, I do. Because as much as I love their products, their logistics, their store, it's sorely lacking.
Well, and my issue was like what I would do is like I would go for the special bonus stuff. Like if they had a special edition, I would go so I get all the extra goodies with it. And then while I was there, sometimes, especially if I had to do something else to make up for the shipping and handling or something like that, or they had a sale, I would throw in a few more. But otherwise, normally I wouldn't go through them for they're just standard titles that don't have anything worth dealing with them over because they are a bit pricey on top of everything else. So it's understandable. But other than that, Greg, how did the movie look?
Oh, it looks fantastic. Because I remember you were saying that there were some people were saying that there might have the orange wash to it again. No, it looks great. It looks like film. It's clear. The daylight scenes are spectacular. The dark scenes are great. It felt like watching the movie anew again, and it's way better than the Lionsgate and the Dolby Atmos. Oh my God, the Dolby Atmos sounds so good. The mono, it's not quite the original. It's not quite the best, but other than that, man, I cannot complain about this because the new 4K scan it's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. I loved it.
The mono's just a mix down of the stereo track, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, if you get if you want to keep your Lionsgate one, that's cool. Especially since these are probably going to go real fast, and who knows even if the people like you say that order them are going to order them or going to get them. But if you have the chance, I would upgrade. I would upgrade wholeheartedly to this.
Well, I did a little research between last week and now. I do know that Dean Cundy oversaw this specific scan, and I think he did for 2 and 3 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Because I believe he was also the DOP on those. And so what I heard was that orange tint was actually in the original film.
Yes, I heard that too. I read that.
Yeah, I checked in on that, and that was because they shot in California, and since everything is so fucking green, they added a bit of a copper orange tone.
It's been that way in any 35mm print I've ever seen of Halloween.
Yeah. So what happened was some of the Anchor Bay releases over the years and the more recent Lionsgate, they just did a straight scan instead of adding what they were supposed to. So
but it looks good, and it's like I looked into that myself as well too, because I did see that John Carpenter and Dean Cundy, they used like an orange filter and even like a blue filter to evoke fall because it's sunny LA. So
I think the blue was also to help pull out the green too. Yes.
But it looks beautiful. It looks great. It's way better than the Lion. It is way better than the Lionsgate, and it sounds
Nice.
amazing. So I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I honestly don't get to watch a whole lot of movies lately, even though I do a lot of movie stuff on here because I've been so busy. And I made a point to make sure to watch this because I wanted to make sure how good it was.
Hey, FanZcene, I gotta tell you something. So,
Yes.
like Halloween, I think I told you when I saw it, I told you I liked it. I think
Yeah.
it's one of those movies I think I gotta like actually rewatch in order to like actually get into it. So, you've pretty much sold me on, this 4K, and I'm looking at Shout Factory right now, and the collection where you get the posters and the vinyl, all of that is fucking sold out. So
Yeah, it's all sold out.
So I have to buy each one individually, sadly, but whatever. But
Honestly, if you're not that big of a fan, I wouldn't worry about much past 1, 2, or 3. So yeah,
no, I'm at least getting one. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna
Honestly,
wait. I'll wait on the other ones, but
I would like to hear your opinion on the third one because a lot of people don't like the third one, and I like the third one. Tom likes the third one. It doesn't have Michael Myers at all. It's a completely different story. So I would like to see how you would feel about that.
No, I plan on actually watching them at least soon, just because I'm interested in watching Halloween Kills in the theater.
Yeah.
I really am, but no, but I watched 2 John Carpenter films recently for the first time, and I loved them both.
He's a great director. He does great films.
Yeah, you want to know what those 2 films are?
The Thing and They Live.
The Thing was one of them, and that was really good. Guess another.
Christine.
No.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Bingo.
There you go. I don't know why I didn't guess that one.
Those
Those
are
are great
films,
films.
though, at least.
Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China, man. I enjoyed the fuck out of that
needs
movie.
a 4K master.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Dude, after watching it, dude, that score by John Carpenter is brilliant.
All of his scores are brilliant.
I know, but that one in particular is my favorite so far. It's so retro.
Except for maybe Ghost of Mars. I take that back. He had fucking Anthrax do that, and it's just like...
It doesn't fit.
No,
it's so out of place.
No, but after watching Big Trouble in Little China, I was just like, damn it, John Carpenter needs to direct a Mortal Kombat movie.
Is that Carpenter's only film released by Fox?
Yes, and that's so far one of the only ones that hasn't got a 4K master outside of the later ones. Yeah,
I'm just wondering if we're gonna get one with Disney owning it now.
Fingers crossed that maybe Shout will keep bugging them.
Yeah.
And who owns it overseas? That's the other good question. Because if Studio Canal has it overseas, then we'll at least probably get an import one or something.
I think it's 20th Century Fox.
Probably, with our luck.
I think they had worldwide distribution for it.
Yeah, it's probably too problematic for Disney. You're right about that.
It's all in the reflexes.
It's all in the reflexes.
But then again, with that remake that they keep trying to make, they might release it as a promotional tool. So
yeah,
very true.
Glizner says John Carpenter's Vampires felt, man, I was stoked for it. I liked Vampires. I thought it was a really good movie. I enjoyed that
Vampires.
one.
James Woods is awesome in that movie.
The next Carpenter film I plan to see is They Live.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I've heard good things about it.
I actually just got the Shout 4K. I have the import, but I was like, the Dolby Atmos one, I looked at all of them. I'm like, that's the one I got to have the Dolby Atmos at least. For now, worst comes to worst. The rest of them,
It's like I said, like I shared Prince of Darkness last week.
I thought about that one, but I haven't seen it yet. And that still only got the DTS 5.1 mix on the import.
You haven't seen Prince of Darkness?
No, I never have seen it all the way through. I've seen plenty of bits and pieces of it, but it was just never one. I haven't seen In the Mouth of Madness yet either. I got them both now.
Okay.
But they were just two of his more harder ones to find.
Mm.
So, for some reason, those are the only two that I couldn't. Like, the only movies of his that I don't own now, I think, are his newest one he directed a couple years back, that weird-looking one that wasn't even
The Warden?
Whatever it was. And then, other than that, I think I've got everything now. I'm trying to. I don't think I have any. I don't think I'm missing any otherwise.
You got In Mouth of Madness, so you
Yep,
said
I did get that one. Even though that was out of print, I still found it. So
I know. I need to. I love that movie. I have a digital copy. I don't have it on disc. I know it sucks, but I need to get it.
Yeah, I got the Shout Factory In the Mouth of Madness at San Diego Comic-Con because they usually have a table there, and then I got the poster autographed by Sandy Carpenter.
Oh, nice.
Because their comic company was there.
Cool.
So I had her autograph it. And then I know the artist who does some of the artwork for Shout Factory.
Cool.
And he just happened to do that one. So
yeah, I mean, they haven't done the Fog yet, though, have they? Shout hasn't on 4K.
No, I think they've
because I got that one.
Ones.
I got the import on that one, but I'd probably re-up that one. Go ahead.
Since that's an MGM release, I don't know if they're going to or not. Same with Escape from New York.
And I wanted to say this to Random Brad, creator. He says, "What's the quality of They Live remastered by Studio Canal 4K Blu-ray?" They're probably really good because Studio Canal does great work. So yeah, it's good.
Well, I mean, the Shout disc uses the exact same.
Yeah, so Shout and them uses what the Studio Canal does. So yeah. But yeah, okay.
As far as I know, it's from the negatives.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah.
We'll go to you, Mike, since that was mine. Any final words on all this Halloween stuff before we move on?
Yeah. Anything else about that?
All right, we'll go to Mike. What do you got first, Mike?
Another Shout Factory title. This one came out last month. It is Alone in the Dark.
Nice. I picked that one up too. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I just got it last week. It's pretty good. It's a 2K scan from the Interpositive. That's probably the best you're going to get on this anyway.
Probably.
This is an early New Line Cinema film that stars Jack Palance and Martin Landau.
And it's directed by Jack Shoulder, who I interviewed and I haven't released yet.
And Tom. It's got Donald Pleasance, and it also has Dwight Schultz, better known as two ways that people know Dwight Schultz. One is Lieutenant Barclay from Star Trek The Next Generation, or Murdoch from the A-Team.
A-Team.
So anyway, it's about these escaped mental patients. Dwight Schultz is their new doctor. The mental patient, and Donald Pleasance is their old doctor. The mental patients think that the new doctor has done something nefarious to their old doctor. They escape from the mental hospital and terrorize him and his family. So it's a pretty solid flick. Pretty little scene, so more people should be able to see it now, because this is the first Blu-ray release for it too. So yeah, this is definitely one you might want to check out because it's pretty underrated.
I like when
it's a pretty good disc too.
I like when they run over the mailman. So
yeah. I've had the New Line, or I forget who released this on DVD. I've had the DVD since it originally came out years and years and years ago. It might have been New Line Cinema that released it. I don't remember anyway.
It is a New Line film, because Bob Shea.
Yeah, it's a New Line film. I just can't remember who put the original DVD out.
Oh yeah, that's hard to say. I think it was maybe a media release or
I'm not sure.
Something like that. They had all kinds of different deals back in the day.
I mean, the DVD for the time was pretty good. It had plenty of special.
Oh, the DVD part, I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea.
But this is a sleeper you don't want to.
Probably Anchor Bay or somebody like that. No,
might have been Anchor Bay. Might have been Anchor Bay, probably. But yeah.
Because that's one I didn't have the DVD of. Actually, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it had been out of print for a while. I think it'd been out of print for quite a while.
I got to get that interview out though. Damn it!
You need to get it out, and the one with Tom McLaughlin that you had on the other movie.
Oh, Tom McLaughlin, I got out already.
You got that one.
All his stuff I've got out. The ones I don't have out are Richard Band. I got Robert Shea out. Jack Shoulder. We got a couple other ones too. We got that we still haven't got a chance to get out yet, but sucks. Cool. I feel bad.
Cool. But that's a good pick, Mike. I like that.
I even got one with Gary Wolf, the guy who wrote Roger Rabbit.
Oh, really?
You got to get that one done. Yeah.
Oh no, that's a 4K disc I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, me too. I bought the digital version, but I was like, I knew it was coming eventually. I just didn't care.
Yeah, I bought it on iTunes quite a long time ago, and it got upgraded to 4K already.
Yeah, and they have it on
And
Disney Plus in 4K with Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they announced that for disc, I pre-ordered that. I'm pretty sure that Roger Rabbit was the first commercially priced for retail VHS.
No, there was quite a few before that. Yeah.
Well,
Disney
I mean, new release.
No, yeah, because actually before that you had the first one that was like that, I believe, was Top Gun.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Because that's why most people misinterpret as that as the first sell-through. It's like, no, that wasn't the first sell-through, but that was the first major release new sell-through, if I remember correctly. Because before that, Disney had tested some sell-throughs.
Okay.
And Paramount did as well just before they released Top Gun, because they did like 4 movies the year before that, and like 4 or 5 movies before the year before that. Because that was my first few VHS, was like Popeye, and I can't remember the other ones they released. I think they released like Airplane, and God, what was the other 2? I don't know. There's videos out there that cover it though, but the early history of VHS is really muddy. But I've been able to figure out as best I can. The first sell-through VHSs came around 1982, and those were Disney releasing like Pete's Dragon.
Right, but I'm talking about a new release movie.
Yeah. And Tron was in there, but that I don't know if that was in the first wave. I think that might have been the second wave.
Okay,
so that wouldn't have been brand new. So the first
Pete's Dragon in 1982. What
exactly? No. Yeah, so you're right. I believe in 1986 when they released Top Gun, that would have been the first sell-through brand new first run title, if I'm not mistaken. Because then after that, you had everything from, there was quite a few. Even that same year we had, because Roger Rabbit didn't actually hit video until the Christmas of '89. And that it actually had to compete with Bambi and Batman, and there was something else that year too. Lethal Weapon 2 was another major title that came out that year, but that might not have hit video until '90. But that was a sell-through as well, because I remember that one. But yeah, the one that I was pissed about, because Ghostbusters 2 didn't come through as a sell-through because it didn't make it. Yeah. Indiana Jones, I think, was another one for that Christmas. I think that was a big one.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I was excited because the very first VHS tapes I bought with my own, like brand new release movies I ever bought with my own money were Roger Rabbit and Batman.
Yeah, because I got Roger Rabbit, and then
pre-ordered Camelot Music.
Actually, Roger Rabbit might have came out in '88, but I was pretty sure it was held over for a year because it showed forever.
I can't remember. I remember them being advertised around the same time, though.
Yeah, E.T. came out in '88. I remember that. Finally, for the first time, because Pepsi did a big promotion with it. But yeah, like, I mean, there was a few sell-throughs here and there, but most of them were Disney titles, and very few until like Batman, the age of that. Like, that's when the ones really kicked off. Like, I think Batman was the first PG-13 sell-through, unless Top Gun was rated PG-13, but I think that was only PG, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. It could be. I think I have it somewhere, but I think it might be PG.
So Batman might have been the first, and then like right after that, Lethal Weapon 2 came out, and that would have been the first R-rated sell-through from my recollection.
Yeah,
so they were all right around that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that one too.
Cool. All right. Do you want to go Runner and Tom, or Tom and Runner?
Don't matter to me, man. Runner, go ahead.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll go Runner. Let's see what you got, Runner, since you did all this shopping today.
Yeah, so this is one thing I found in Target. I had to get this. They recently released this on 4K, and that is The Shawshank Redemption.
Thank God it's not something by Snyder.
Exactly. And that is a damn
Sorry,
good
I had
movie.
to say that. It is a damn good movie.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Andy Dufresne.
Get busy,
I'm
Get busy,
and I'm Morgan Freeman.
And the 4K version of that looks really good too. It's one of the better releases, recent releases.
Yeah, I had to grab it.
Warner does a pretty good job. Like, that's one thing I can say.
Usually,
they've always taken good care of their shit.
Yeah,
there's very rarely do you get a fucked Warner release.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that is a good movie. Have you watched the Blu-ray copy at least? Because I know you don't have the 4K.
No, I just bought this today. So.
Oh, that's right. You just bought it today.
So you've never seen it before?
Oh,
you've seen the movie, though,
Oh, you've
right?
seen it before. Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. I've seen it like At least like 2 or 3 times.
So that's cool. But at least you got something. Like Tom said, at least you got something different than Zack Snyder.
Yeah. It's not. I don't like. Did I get anything Zack Snyder last week? I don't think so.
Yes.
Was it?
You showed
you showed the trilogy last week.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was that last week?
I think I'm pretty sure it was.
I thought that was.
And you made us always show Dawn of the Dead every fucking stream.
No, you know what? That is a lie. That is a lie. I don't always do that. Greg is a fucking liar.
No, it's true. You sleep with it. We've talked about this.
No.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, do you think that Netflix is going to release Army of the Dead on physical disc?
Maybe.
I mean, they've released. I know they released The Irishman, and they've released like a few other stuff. So, quite possibly, I'll probably get it, even though it's not my favorite of his.
It makes
Did
me
Warner
physically
co-produce that, or who else produced it? Who was the?
No, I think it got sold outright to Netflix.
And that, if that's the case, it's hard to say, because I guarantee you, like Scorsese,
they release stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, they do once in a great while, but usually that's because it's co-produced by another company or whatever, or bought up by Netflix or what have you. At least from what I've noticed, and I'm pretty sure Scorsese, no matter what the case was, he probably made sure he had a physical media release, and it went straight to Criterion. And
I just recently got that myself.
I'm hearing rumors that might be one of the 4K ones coming up. I fucking hope so, because I haven't bought it yet, and I've been wanting to.
Oh, I got it used from GameFly for $10.
Nice price. Yeah, that's the thing is I don't want to spend that much on, because I can watch it in 4K on Netflix right now, and I'd love to see the special features, but I don't want to see them that bad. So I hope that's a 4K release soon.
No, but Mike, they didn't announce. As of what I've heard, they didn't announce anything about Army of the Dead coming on physical as of yet.
Yeah, I may or may not have a.
Lord knows Snyder did
copy.
A 4-hour cut of it, and he'll put it out on disc.
For a movie like that, I doubt it. No.
I'm kidding.
No, like for Justice League,
we
it makes
get to
a
see
lot
the
of
non-Tignataro version or whatever, though.
Oh, I would love to see that, even though they probably won't, just because they canceled the dude. I didn't hate her in the movie, but it was like, I'm not a fan of the actress or anything, but the way they digitally added her was.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Guys?
Yeah.
I know what
you're talking about, but it was really impressive what they did. Like, they just, I don't know. That's just
Stephen Luther. I may or may not have a 4K Dolby Vision copy of Army of the Dead sitting on a hard drive.
Well, apparently, there's Blu-ray, a bootleg Blu-ray for $20 for Army of the Dead. So
yeah, if there's enough of them out there, eventually they'll release one.
I know there's like a bootleg version of Justice is Gray on Blu-ray. I haven't gotten that, though.
You know what? There's a real easy way you could do that. Just turn the color down on your TV
Oh, that's not true. Maybe for that movie.
Maybe.
I don't think he had foresight to shoot that with black and white in mind.
Well, I know.
Well, the only reason they released in black and white is because before the movie was even released on Vero, that's like a social media platform that almost no one's heard of. He would post some like photos of like his cut of the movie before the movie was even released on black and white.
He might as well put it in black and white. It's not like it had much of a color palette.
All right, Runner. That was
like
great.
Batman
Shawshank
in the Lego
Redemption,
movie. Snyder
4K.
works in blacks and very dark grays.
I mean, yeah, he's got a filter, but I wouldn't say it's
dude. I went to see Batman versus Superman in 3D, and I didn't even know it was fucked up till they told us after the movie because I couldn't see shit anyway.
Well, for that, I mean, it worked for that movie in my opinion.
I'm just picking at it. Sorry, I got it.
But Shawshank Redemption. Now that is a good pickup.
That is a good fucking.
It's a good pickup. Yes. We'll get back on topic.
How we got to Snyder.
Every time.
That's FanZcene's fucking fault.
It's good. I'm going to regret it because I brought a good pick tonight.
And FanZcene. I didn't mention Snyder once.
I brought a pick tonight.
You know what?
That was me. It was me. And I did bring a pick tonight that hopefully we don't go back on this again.
All right, Shawshank Redemption, great movie.
Great
Frank
movie.
Darabont.
Yes, good movie.
Good pickup. No good.
Should have won Best Picture if
Yes, it should have. Should have beat Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
I agree. It should have won. It should have won Best Picture.
His mama had something to do with that.
Pulp Fiction should have been Best Picture that year.
I like Forrest Gump, but
Pulp Fiction. 94 was a stacked year.
Me too. Like I say, if Pulp Fiction, I would have at least been happy if Shawshank won. I mean, come on, Andy Dufresne crawled through 5 football yards worth of shit. He deserved that Oscar.
No shit, man.
All right.
Here's freedom.
Let's go to you, Tom. Let's see what you brought for tonight. Your first pick.
Are we done talking about Shawshank? Because I love that film. I know we did talk about it, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago when I brought in the Steelbook, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, all right. All right, the first one I'm going to share was talked about earlier this morning on our broadcast from Chris Gore himself. As I said, I have this movie on Blu-ray, and I do. Cleaning Up the Town, the making of Ghostbusters. Now, for those who love, or actually it's called Cleaning Up the Town, Remembering Ghostbusters. Sorry, I don't want to get the title wrong. But if you've ever seen stuff like what's the Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street one, Never Sleep Again, and Crystal Lake Memories.
Crystal Lake Memories, yeah.
Very similar fashion to that. It took 10 years for them to make this movie. There's stuff in this documentary, as Chris said earlier, that he didn't even know, I didn't even know, and I'm somebody who's almost like an historian on this shit. I wrote one of the more comprehensive fucking retrospectives on the movie. And I didn't even, after that, I'm like, shit, I wish I had seen this before I wrote that. But it's an amazing film. It is an import disc. It claims to be region B on the back, but it's region free. But cool. It actually is available in digital now, I guess. But yeah, it's a great, great documentary. Has interviews from Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Ivan Reitman, even the late great Harold Ramis. They do try to get Bill Murray, and that's actually part of the movie. They don't really succeed. I don't want to ruin the film, but it's over 2 hours long. There's also some additional. If you get the Blu-ray, though, there's also some additional stuff on there, which is great. So yeah, it's a really comprehensive documentary. I can't recommend it enough. So much good shit in here. Even if you're just a casual fan of the film but are a fan of documentaries, I can highly recommend it.
It sounds awesome. You've sold me on this. I want to get this. So what was it called again?
Cleaning Up the Town.
Cleaning Up the Town.
Remembering Ghostbusters. And like I said, I think it's actually on, I can't remember which digital service he said it's on right now for free. But
that's cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Did he say this when you had him on Mead or Midnight's Edge
this morning? Yep.
Okay.
This is the one that one of the ones he recommended. So there you go.
That's somebody we need to get on here. We need to get Chris Gore on here.
Yeah, I know.
After he was like shuffling through all of his stuff on FNT once, I was like, we need this guy on the physical media.
Of course we do. Awesome. We'll try to get him.
No, but like when he showed the Star Wars unspecialized edition,
the specialized edition.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I want that.
I have a version of those, but
where can you know where I can get that?
You know what's better than that?
Is
the 4K scans they got out there. 4K. They're working on Empire right now.
Yeah, I can't wait to finish Empire.
Where can I find that?
Wherever pirating is sold.
Yes. But I really want to get into that Ghostbusters thing. That sounds cool because I absolutely love Ghostbusters.
Check out 4K 77 and 4K 83.
That's
they're
what
pretty close to finishing Empire, I think.
Oh,
I think they're pretty close.
I mean,
then I can
they had most of the reels.
I at least want to get the despecialized editions on Blu-ray.
The despecialized are good, but what's great about the 4K editions is those are scanned straight from an old print.
Yeah.
So they are
multiple prints.
Well, yeah, multiple prints, but so they're not despecialized like the other version is, which is from several different sources, and they actually pretty much undid what George Lucas did with his own tools.
Yeah.
Did he specialize in only 720, or did he ever do a 1080 version?
I don't know if he did get to do a true 1080 version yet. I think he's kind of working on that, but to me, I mean, you kind of look at it, the 4K scans, once they're done, they kind of make that one obsolete. I mean, I feel bad for him, but the guy kept us in watching decent Star Wars for years, so I can't complain.
Yeah, the 4K 77, 4K 83 stuff is pretty damn great.
Oh, I got some screenshots that you wouldn't even be able to see how good they look because we can't show you the true resolution here.
Right. Yeah, not on this. But it's cool. That's a good one. I'm definitely checking out that Ghostbusters because I absolutely love Ghostbusters, and just to see all those interviews and them try to track down Bill Murray, that just sounds awesome. So
Nerdporial, you got one of the best 4K movies out right now.
Yes, he did.
The Thing, I talked about it last week, right? No, the week before. One of the two.
You might have talked about it when you guys have Robert on, I think.
The transfer on that actually surpassed my expectations.
I know, right?
It looks great.
Now that I've actually seen the movie recently, I want to get that on 4K.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, does it look amazing.
When I went back to the Halloween thing is when I went to my Best Buy and found out they had this, I saw the Thing and Clockwork Orange first, and I was going to buy one of those two, and then I saw Halloween, and I was like, and I grabbed Halloween.
Bummer.
But they still had multiple copies of the Thing and Clockwork Orange, so I could go back and get them.
I saw some copies of A Clockwork Orange on 4K at my Target when I was there today, and I was debating on getting it, but I was like, no, I want to watch it first and, then get it.
I think that Clockwork Orange is the last Kubrick I'm going to get on 4K, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the other ones I want, I think.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
maybe Barry Lyndon. I think Barry Lyndon in 4K would look phenomenal.
I was going to say, I got all his movies, but I'm trying to think. I got all the 4K ones. I'm trying to think if there's any more that haven't been released that I would really want. You're right. You're probably right. But Clockwork Orange does look amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've been wanting to get.
Like I said, Barry Lyndon would probably look fantastic, but I'm not
100% sure if it's from the negative though.
Or not a huge fan of that movie, but just the lighting in that movie is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Clockwork Orange they have the original negative or not anymore because I know they didn't for 2001. Because I mean, it looks good, but I don't know if it looks like it's quite first generation.
I know there's that 3-film Stanley Kubrick collection thing you can get on 4K. I've seen that in a few stores where it has The Shining, 2001, and Yellow Jacket, I think it's what it's called.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, there's 2001, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining, Clockwork Orange, and Spartacus. I think those are the only 4K releases for Kubrick.
Yep, they're all the ones I got. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go to me. I brought this because of Runner, and he's called me names tonight. I wasn't going to share this after what he called me because I don't want to get back on the topic again.
What did I call you?
But I brought this for you, Runner, tonight. It's my 4K Joker Steelbook.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So.
I actually really like that. I'm not I said, not normally a fan of steelbooks. But...
Me neither.
The steelbooks are cool. I just got the Blu-ray copy.
But I really liked this one, so I opted for the steelbook when I bought the 4K. But yeah, I love the way that if you can see how he stands out to the background there. But it's awesome. Yes. So I brought this for you tonight, Runner, because I figured I'd share some of my
Zack Snyder though.
That's why I was afraid we'd get on that topic, and then we got on the topic earlier.
No, it's Todd Phillips, who I do like as a director.
I liked Old School, and I liked the first Hangover, but
What about War Dogs? Have you seen that?
Not a big fan. I didn't. What? I've seen some of it. I didn't care for it.
I liked it.
I'm not a huge Jonah Hill fan, so
I can understand that. Anna de Armas is in it. She's fucking hot as hell. So. but yes, she's not. She's not in the movie much, but it's a good movie. I like it.
And I do agree with Glisner here. Joker does not, as much as I would like to see a sequel, it does not need a sequel. No. It does not need one at all. Because I think that movie is very well done. Joaquin Phoenix plays it very well, and I like the fact that you're not even sure if he's the real Joker, if what everything happened just really happened. I like it. So
you know why it was good? because Warner Brothers didn't even touch it in production. That's
Not
Yeah.
really, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. So
Me too. Me too.
I remember watching the first trailer for it, and I was like, okay. It was kind of the same reaction I had with like Ghostbusters Afterlife. Like the first trailer, I was like, all right, whatever. And then I watched the second trailer, and I'm like, holy fuck.
I thought it was okay. It's just not really an original film.
What do you
no,
mean?
you're right. It is
I mean,
basically King of Comedy meets
It's
Taxi
basically
Driver.
Taxi
Yeah.
Driver.
Yeah,
Comedy
you're
is
right.
Taxi
You're right.
Driver.
Yeah.
You're right. There is,
But it's still
Taxi
pretty
Driver
good.
in
I liked
that.
it.
Yeah,
I'd honestly just rather watch King of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
You know,
I can't believe you're there.
As much as I like those movies, I still enjoy Joker.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the
Yes,
end
it is
of
okay.
Taxi Driver. That's my thing. Like, I've never been a big fan of that ending.
I get that. Me too.
I don't know. I'd like to have a conversation with somebody about it sometime, about if it's up for interpretation or what the fuck really happened there or what. But like, yeah, the ending is kind of messed up for me. I haven't watched it in a while, and I got to rewatch it again. And it's coming in 4K on the new Columbia set soon. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna rewatch it.
I'll pick it up when they do an individual release.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't. Hopefully, everything gets one because I guess Lawrence of Arabia still hasn't got an individual release. Have I heard?
It will.
I hope so. But for those who haven't, but you can get the box set actually pretty cheap. And even though some of those movies I hadn't seen before, I'm glad I still picked it up. So, because I ended up enjoying a couple of them. So, and plus, that's the other Kubrick one I got, Dr. Strangelove. Yeah, that's the other
that's
one.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's available on 4K too.
But I actually really enjoy Joker. I know, like teach their own. I mean, I get it. The Taxi Driver, King Comedy, I get it. But I just really liked it. There was something about that movie that surprised me, and I wasn't sure I was going to like it. And it just I was sold on it when I saw it in the theaters. Funny enough, one of the last movies I saw in the theaters before the whole thing went on, everything shut down in the world. So, but I liked it.
I liked it too. I mean, again, like most people, I liked it a lot more than I thought. I was like, yeah, this movie's fantastic in all honesty. And it's I'd argue it's one of the most artistic films in a long time.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say Mike's not wrong though. It is basically like a rap album.
It is.
I agree.
It really is.
I agree. I agree that it is taking some inspiration, but like, and that whole thing with the media and all that was just. And
I gotta go with Mike on this. Not a lot. No, it is literally like a rap album. It's literally like three things mixed together, and it's it's done well. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
it's
you
impeccable.
do like Tyrell says here. It says watch them as a trilogy, like I do. So there you go.
No, but that's a good pick, Greg.
Yeah, so there it is.
I thought you were gonna pick something completely different, but that's a good one.
Perfect timing, Nerdporial. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Yeah. But yes, I thought you might like that runner. I figured I'd share a little bit of my DC. I'm a DC fan, so.
I was gonna say you don't show a lot of DC stuff.
I have a lot of DC stuff, and I haven't been into comic books and stuff a whole lot lately, and I've kind of like.
Well, the movies are different, so.
Yeah, the movies are different, but I've kind of just like started to gravitate towards stuff that I don't own. So I've been buying those. So that's the ones I've been sharing.
No, that's good because I remember seeing that Steelbook, and I'm like, damn, that is a really cool.
I really liked it. I really liked it. I think it's one of my better.
Says, haven't you ever heard of an homage? Yeah, but this is not an homage. there's an homage, and then there's Ice Ice Baby. This is Ice Ice Baby. Yeah, that's the same thing here. Now it's still done well. I'll listen to Ice Ice Baby just as many times as I'll listen to Under Pressure, but it's still not going to change the facts.
It's true. It's true.
But no, I feel bad. I forgot about Dr. Strangelove because that's probably my favorite Kubrick movie.
Yeah, I completely forgot it was out too because it's on a wish list of mine. I just haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, that was the highlight for me of that box set. So,
That's cool.
Then I got surprised by Lawrence of Arabia because I had never seen the film before, and I was like, "Ah, it's probably a decent movie." But like, I ended up loving the film.
You should try to catch that in the theater sometime.
Oh, I will hopefully someday.
It's
You're
amazing.
right. It's a beautiful picture. Like I thought, oh, it's one of those artsy fartsy movies, and then I watched it, and of course saw it for the first time in 4K. So I just fell instantly in love with it. I was just like, yeah,
I've seen that movie probably a dozen times.
Same thing with Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Had never seen that before that box set, and I ended up loving it. Of course, the other ones I'd seen, but
Yeah. But Mike, we'll go to you for your second pick of the night.
Oh, Gandhi was another one, but
yeah, Gandhi. I remember you showed that was a good box set too.
Gandhi's okay. Okay, this one just came out this week. I've been waiting for a high def release of this movie forever. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time. It is Ron Howard's first studio picture. It is Night Shift.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you haven't seen this movie, it's fantastic. It's Henry Winkler. It's Michael Keaton in his first substantial film role, and Shelley Duvall and Henry Winkler. What's that?
Shelley Long, you mean?
Shelley Long, yeah. That'd be a completely different movie.
It's okay. We were just talking to Shining. It's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton basically start an escort service out of the graveyard shift of the New York City morgue. And they run afoul of pimps and the police and all kinds of stuff. Great funny film.
Such a good movie.
Kind of forgotten over the years, I think.
Did it ever get a DVD release? I don't think it did.
Yeah, it's got like a snapper case DVD release.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
I think I had that one,
but yeah.
The last time it was released on DVD, it was like they were still doing the snapper cases. Great film. It looks great. They did another good job. Warner Archive did another good job with this, with the mastering. Unfortunately, with most Warner Archive titles, the only feature on here is the theatrical trailer. Would have loved to have gotten maybe an audio commentary from Ron Howard.
Don't get us started on that.
I know,
but yeah, like I said, this is the first time, because even on digital platforms, I don't think this has been available in high def.
I think you're right, because this is the first time I've owned it since video. Because I didn't even know it got a DVD release. I just got it in the mail. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm glad to hear it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like I said, this is Michael Keaton's first substantial film role. He'd done bit parts in movies, and he'd been on several TV shows before this.
And it was only Ron Howard's second or third movie, wasn't it?
Yeah,
directing.
Like I said, this was his first major studio film. And
that's he'd done a couple for Corman before that, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he did Eat My Dust and Grand Theft Auto before this. Yeah, that's one reason he had Henry Winkler in this, because he knew Henry. So it was
right off the hotness of Happy Days and stuff too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said, they knew each other, so it was going to be easier for him to deal with making a studio picture of his star of the film he was friends with. So it's really good. But Henry Winkler is really good in this too. Shelley Long is great in this. It's just a really funny comedy. And yeah, I mean, just pick it up.
Yeah,
I think what's funny about the Winkler role is because as we said at the time it came out, it was right after, or was during still, or right after Happy Days. I can't remember.
Well, Happy Days was still on.
I was gonna say, I thought it was.
He plays the polar opposite of the Fawn.
I was just gonna say exactly. Yes.
Yeah, because he gets walked over by his fiance left and right. They're planning their wedding, and he just gets run over by her at every.
He plays the straight guy to Michael Keaton's nut.
Yes,
that's what I love.
Yeah, Michael Keaton is. Yeah. This was the year before Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom came out the next year, and this is the movie that got Michael Keaton Mr. Mom and made him a star. Mr. Mom made him a star.
I remember seeing Mr. Mom once, and I don't remember it.
Well, good for
Mr.
you.
Mom's another great comedy.
Because it was on cable once, and my mom was saying "Oh my God, Mr. Mom is so good," and I'm like, I don't see it.
It's a really cute movie.
I don't see.
Now that you're an adult, you might get it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
But I remember. I think Night Shift was on HBO all the time too, for my recollection, because that's when I would usually see it as a kid before I got it on video. Was whenever I'd go to my cousins, it was on HBO all the time.
Yeah, and it's rated R, but
Yeah, we weren't supposed to be watching it, but we didn't give a shit.
I can't remember if there's any nudity in it or
Watched
not.
it the
If
whole
it's, or
time.
if it's just the subject matter, why it's rated.
I don't remember if there's any major nudity. It might be some
Even though
slight.
It might just be some
I can't remember if there
boobage
was.
here and there.
There might
I haven't seen it in a while.
But there's not much. It's really a lighthearted comedy. It's not raunchy or anything. So
It's definitely a Ron Howard movie, that's for sure.
Yeah. But
Johnny Dangerously needs a Blu-ray release.
Fuck
That's
yes.
true too.
Yes.
And it needs the music restored.
Yes.
Once.
Yeah, once.
My mother
hit me once. I love that movie. But yes, Night Shift is very underrated. I would say yes, check that out.
I don't think I've heard of it, honestly. I need to check it out.
Not surprised, Runner. In
Yes.
this case, though, we'll give you a pass because this is not one of the more well-known films because it's so early in Michael and Ron's career, and it has never really gotten a lot of love on home video. So.
No, it hasn't, and I don't know why.
Yeah, because I don't think it was a flop by any means.
It wasn't a flop, no. It was not a flop because this is the movie that got Ron Howard's splash.
Exactly. I was going to say maybe that's why it was because Splash was just the one that everybody kind of remembers. Who knows?
Yeah, kind of like, it was a hit, but it
didn't really do anything in Henry Winkler's career, but it launched Michael Keaton, and,
Well, Michael Keaton, I think really the thing with Michael is not just Night Shift, but right after that, like you said, he had Mr. Mom and Gung Ho. And those two movies really just skyrocketed him into then Beetlejuice soon after that. Well, he did Johnny Dangerously in there too, but sadly that didn't do so well.
It did, but it's such a good movie.
Gung Ho's another one that hasn't been released on Blu-ray.
No, it hasn't, has it?
No, there is a high def it's high def on streaming services, but
who owns that one though? Is that an Avco Embassy one? It's Paramount.
Yeah.
Paramount's been real hit and miss lately, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they're pissing me off with their 4K masters that they refuse to release.
Tell me about it. We were talking about that, and then that was why we said don't get started on the Warner thing, because we were just griping a couple weeks ago. I think you weren't on that one, where we're griping out how it'd be really nice because we love Warner Archive. They do a great job with their masters. But if they're not going to put any special features on it, don't charge $20 for a disc. $14.99. I'll buy it gladly.
I usually wait for a sale for Warner Archive, but I pre-ordered Night Shift as soon as it went up. I was like, I'm going to get that as soon as it comes up.
I
don't tend to wait because sometimes they're if you don't sometimes and they're a popular title because they don't really know what they're doing sometimes with that. I mean, they'll sell out pretty quick. Yeah, now Amazon's
handling them, so it might be a little better now. But
because there was times I missed out on a few because they sold out real quick.
Yeah, they have to do another pressing. Yeah, like I already pre-ordered Children of the Damned. Also, I'm not going to miss out on that. I want that one right away too.
Yeah, I can't remember if I pre-ordered that or not. I think I did.
That one should have at least like a commentary, and they'll probably mimic the DVD release for that one.
Usually at least Warner's good about that. If there is stuff on the DVD, they usually will carry it over. But that's my only gripe with the Warner Archive so far is if you're not going to put anything on it, just bring the price point down just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, especially
$12.99 to $14.99 is right that sweet spot. You're not doing anything with the sound. You're not doing anything because they're not doing any soundtrack remasters anymore either. So, I just don't see the point in them charging such a high premium.
It's like
price.
the Vestron, how they started off so high and now they're really cheap.
Well, they probably weren't selling as well. That's what I imagine. Yeah. And that's probably why Warner Archive had to move over to Amazon because they probably weren't selling so well outside of certain titles, and they fucked up on the Batman animated series too. On that one. Oh God, that was the horror story and a half. I'm sure you heard that story before, Matt. But anyway,
what about the Batman animated series?
Oh well, the short version is here's the thing: over at Warner Brothers, everything that's a cartoon or animated family thing or family considered family goes to the family department. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is. And then everything else is shoved over in other departments and all these other places. Yeah. Well, for years, they tried to get across to the family side of things that people want the animated Batman series, not just on DVD. They want the Blu-rays. They want it in high definition because the DVD version sucked balls. And
no, really? Oh.
Yeah, they were horrible looking. And for years and years and years, they wouldn't get it in their head. So finally, they're like, all right, we'll let you do it, but it's got to be a Warner Archive title because they were not convinced it was going to sell very well. Fucker sold out in a matter of hours.
Yeah, it's Batman the fucking animated series.
Duh.
It's one of the
Now
it's one of the greatest cartoons of all time. I'd argue.
Needless to say, they got their act together. Now you can go get it anywhere. In fact, it's on sale this week. I think you can get the standard edition.
Yeah, all the
for
DC
like $30.
Yeah, you can get.
This
you can
doesn't
get Wonder
count.
Woman.
This doesn't count because I already showed it before, but I have a copy. So
that's the one you can get now. Sorry, you were saying, Mike. Yeah.
Wonder Woman is $24.99 right now. It
Damn.
was at least earlier today.
I paid like $60 for that bastard.
Yeah,
and that's for the Linda Carter one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn, that's a good deal.
I saw
morning,
I saw that at some stores. Yeah, last I checked, it was like $60.
Yeah, as of this morning, I haven't looked since then, but it was $24.99 this morning.
That's a hell of a deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would get it. I like Linda Carter.
Who doesn't?
No, and there's a few movies that Warner hasn't released yet that I just cannot believe, and I really want on Blu-ray, especially the New Line titles. And I don't know why they won't allow those out so much. They have been very picky and choosy on what they'll allow out to like Shout Factory and shit too. And
well,
it's really
just
piss me off.
Just a couple years ago, they didn't let anybody except Criterion.
I know. But I mean, there's even just stuff like the house party movies that like Shout would do an amazing job with, right? Or God forbid, the Nightmare Fucking on Elm Street movies.
That's one because I got so excited when I read that, and then I was like, "Nope, it's not real." And Tom was like, "No, it's not real." I was like, "Fuck."
People are still thinking that's real. The poor bastards.
Yeah, they can use new scans for those, and maybe commentaries on them. But the 8-hour documentaries.
You're right. It's pretty comprehensive on
that
part. But the movies do need
new scans. Yeah,
they do need new scans. It would be nice if they took Freddy's Dead and at least gave us the 3D ending in blue and green. If not, the very least would be nice if they get it in side by side. But I don't know if they ever did a version by it like that, or the or whatever you want to call it, polarized 3D. So it's not where you can watch it on a 3D TV. But other than that, I know there's a bunch of deleted scenes. There's got to be a bunch of other shit out there. There's even some making of documentaries and stuff they did not release from back in the day. Because there's one that I have.
There's an unrated cut of part 5,
and then there's that too, which they claim they can't release because they don't have. I don't know about that. They have to go back to the negative. I bet the scenes are there, but for years they claim they didn't have them anymore, which I think is bullshit.
They're probably saving it. For like, oh, look.
Well,
now.
it also depends on how they stored shit back then. I don't know. Because here's the other story that I heard about. This made me just about fucking freak. Because, the Critters box set came out recently, right?
Yes.
I think I may have even told this story that night when I was showed it.
Yeah, I showed
it.
But,
God, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who wrote it, he was going to some fest one time and he wanted to show the movie. So he went to New Line to get the 35 millimeter print they had there. Because they only had one, I guess, left. And he went and grabbed it, and it was none of the critter scenes were in the movie. They were all gone. Somebody had come in and cut them out. And he panicked, and they didn't know what the fuck to do. Well, needless to say, this individual died years later, and they were cleaning out all his stuff. And lo and behold, in his closet, in the back, in a box, were all the critter scenes they were missing. He had them all this time, and they didn't know it. But yeah, so I think they went back to the negative though for the Critters DVDs, which is sad because that's the best we're gonna get out of those, I think.
Yeah,
Greg, you mind if I share something real quick?
They look good. I thought the Blu-rays looked good. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I just got this signed a few weeks ago at Horror Hound. This is an original linen-backed Nightmare on Elm Street 3 poster. Got it signed. Welcome to the Primetime Bitch by Robert Englund.
Oh,
when you die, will you give that to me, please?
My son is already.
Damn it! I was planning your death already.
I figured it out so I can get it.
God damn it!
Yeah, I'd been waiting for 2 years to get that autographed.
That's beautiful.
So. That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's my favorite Nightmare film. So.
Yeah, it's funny that we've talked about Nightmare on Elm Street and Ron Howard, but we'll get there.
Yeah. All right, Runner, let's go for your second pick of the night, I think.
Correct. It is the second pick of the night.
Skipping Tom?
No, we're going this order.
No, we're going this order, remember?
Zigzag.
So this is a 4-film collection. Both of these are Michael Keaton movies.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. Both are Tim Burton movies and both are Joel Schumacher movies. Only two of them I really liked, and that is the Batman collection.
It's not bad. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, Batman 89 is a classic. It really got me into the character. I enjoyed Batman Returns for what it was, even though some people kind of...
I like Batman
Returns is awesome.
I think Batman it's awesome. Returns. Some people kind of shit on it, and I can understand why, but like I enjoy it.
Those people have no sense of humor.
Yeah,
Batman blowing a motherfucker up by shoving a bomb down his pants.
That's amazing.
That's funny right there.
People complain about Batman. People complain about Zack Snyder's Batman killing people, but Batman Returns, he's gleefully doing.
He's got zero fucks to give. He's just blowing motherfuckers up.
I know, it's so good. I love it.
Batman killed people in the Nolan movies, for fuck's sakes.
But it is good. And I will say I also kind of like Batman Forever. I think that kind of gets a little better up. I mean, it's not great, but I like it.
Batman Forever is like in the middle with me. It's like I like Val Kilmer as an actor. I know you've heard me say it. I think he can play a really damn good like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Chris O'Donnell was all right as Robin. I hated Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face. I just could not stand him. And I couldn't stand Jim Carrey as the Riddler. He was just playing Jim Carrey. It wasn't the fucking Riddler.
I don't know about that. I think he was channeling Gorshin quite a bit.
A little bit. I felt a little.
I like Jim Carrey, but I didn't care for. I didn't care for Tommy Lee Jones. But you can tell he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, you could tell by his performance. He was just like, whatever.
I hate it.
That movie has not aged well.
No, I hate the makeup on Two-Face too. It's just so bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's just dumb as shit. I can understand why they'd cast him, but he just did not capture the essence of who Harvey Dent or Two-Face was. The best you're gonna get is Aaron Eckhart in The Dark Knight.
Well, the problem is you had
Billy D.
Yeah, well, he got paid for that even though he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
But the other problem was that you had Tommy Lee Jones. The reason he didn't want to be there is because he didn't like Jim Carrey. And
no shit.
Yeah. He walked up to him one day. Yeah. And this is the quote, I guess. I've got no time for your buffoonery. I don't like you.
That's great.
I don't know why you're here, but let's get this over with as quickly and painless as possible.
So is that the only movie they've like done together?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
So I think that the whole time he's trying to upstage Jim Carrey, where it's like, Tommy, don't just play it straight, man.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman's hot as fuck.
Well, of course. I mean, I like Batman Forever. It holds a special place in my heart. But speaking of Michael Keaton, Mr. Mom, this is a piece of history for you, Runner. This was the famous article that came out when this was the thing that broke the internet before the internet was a thing. The day they announced Michael Keaton is playing Batman.
And the writing campaign began. Talk about Twitter.
I remember hearing stories about the casting of Michael Keaton and how much hate it got and all that. I mean, it's normal now.
I don't know that it got hate. People just thought it was weird.
A lot of people were like,
you're right.
What are you doing?
No,
yeah. They had a fear.
Yeah, I guess it was weird.
First of all, you had a portion of people who are like, nobody ever is going to be Batman other than Adam West. Like, first of all, those people were never going to be won over until they saw the movie. Secondly, you had the other part of the people who were like, wait a minute, I thought you were making a serious Batman movie. What the fuck is Mr. Mom doing?
It's true. It's true.
No, but no, like, I mean, these things happen a lot. And I mean, I would say, yeah, not so much hate. I guess it was weird. I would say the one that got hate, like I would say the top two that got hate were Heath Ledger's The Joker.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck as Batman.
I would say Michael Keaton got more hate.
Yeah, I think Michael Keaton got worse than Ben Affleck.
That was my whole point of showing that to you. Is like, if there's anybody who ever got more speculation on whether or not he could pull this off, it was Michael Keaton.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, there was some backlash with Ben Affleck being cast as Batman.
Not as much as I recall, like with some of the other things.
Yeah, and I love the '80s, and the Goldbergs actually did a really great episode on the Batman when it came out, between like the kid who really liked.
I love that episode.
Yeah, I know, it's such a good episode where he loved the Batman movie. The grandpa wanted Adam West, and the dad wanted.
He didn't
Adam
like
West.
it, and that's what I love about that episode.
So they do a really great episode about that. That is a really good one.
No, Batman Forever is probably one I will probably rewatch. Batman and Robin's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Batman and Robin's a piece of shit.
Yes, it is. Something we can all agree on.
But you know what?
George Clooney's a horrible Batman.
He's an all right Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's an all right Bruce Wayne. I think
Silverstone.
That Batgirl costume is fucking terrible too.
That poor girl. Somebody has to ask her every few months if she's ever going to play Batgirl again, giving her this illusion that she still has a career.
See, I thought she was cute when I saw the movie, but like, not a good Barbara Gordon, and the whole dynamic between her and Alfred just made no fucking sense.
Well, first of all, you have a bimbo playing one of the smartest women in the DC universe. Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got...
Well, she's not Barbara Gordon in Batman and Robin.
No, true. That's a good
it's Alfred's niece.
But even still, isn't she supposed to be like all like highly educated and shit?
Yeah,
still,
the whole Alfred niece thing was dumb. Fuck.
I don't think she was highly educated. She was just sent to highly
prestigious schools and
getting kicked out.
Oh well, either way, it was dumb. I fucking hated it.
No, what about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That was the dumbest move ever, because I'll tell you right now, you put Bane in this movie. If there was ever anybody who should have been playing Bane, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
I will break you.
I will break the back.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think about that till just now. That would have been much better. I mean,
I will snap the bat like a twig. Yeah.
It was good.
And Mr. Freeze should have been played by somebody like somebody like either Edward Norton or Rick Moranis. Even like he's supposed to be this.
Patrick Stewart would have been fine by that time.
Who was that?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been good.
He was a name by that time.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is they play like, what are you fucking doing?
and I freaking hated Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
I didn't hate her, but the movie was horrible. That's the problem.
I couldn't.
What she had to do was horrible. But
I know. I couldn't
stand the freeze.
It's not her fault. I couldn't stand her because I liked her in Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, and Gattaca.
No, if she was given something great to work with, she'd have been an amazing Poison Ivy. Like when they announced her, I was like, oh, makes sense. Yeah. And then they said Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. I'm like, that's got to be a typo.
We got a thing here from Tekkaman. Blade says they tried to get Patrick Stewart, but he turned them down.
Why?
What?
That would have been amazing. Though,
I can't believe that.
Oh, well,
really?
At least he didn't turn down his role for X-Men.
True.
That's probably why he took it. He's like, I can't fuck that up again. I've seen his house. It ain't that great.
Wasn't there supposed to be a fifth Batman movie called like Batman Triumph or something?
Batman Unchained or Batman Triumph, something like that.
Yeah. It was supposed to have Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, and
Harley Quinn was supposed to be the Joker's daughter.
Yep.
Oh, I remember hearing that. I almost threw up when I heard that. like and that was Joel Schumacher, right?
I love Joel Schumacher. Okay,
yeah, but like, dude, like, I'm sorry, like, this is no offense to Joel Schumacher, but don't ever. I mean, I'm glad he didn't do anything else for Batman, because holy fuck, like, Harley Quinn as the daughter for Joker is the dumbest shit ever.
Wasn't all his fault, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say the problem with that was
I guess
Joel was just trying to do what he thought was right by the studio and the fans. He didn't know, I don't think, a lot of the bullshit that went down between Batman Returns and Batman Forever. I don't think he was privy to a lot of that shit.
There's
because
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
the demands for toys too.
Yeah, and he was all on board with that because he thought it was all about the kids and shit. Because Joel, all he knew of Batman was Adam West Batman, right?
Right.
So that's kind of what he brought to the table, and he thought this was supposed to be more for kids, and that's what Warner wanted.
I could see that now.
See, because I don't know if you know the whole story or not, but the short version is basically after Batman Returns came out, parents lost their shit.
I heard.
Yeah, there was a big McDonald's tie-in and some other toy tie-ins that everybody freaked the fuck out. And so they came down on Warner Brothers. And then when they brought Tim Burton in for part 3, he's talking about all these ideas he wants to do. And he said about 45 minutes into the conversation, he goes, "You guys don't want me to make this movie, do you?" Because he's like, they kept saying, "Are you sure you don't want to do something else, Tim? Like, you've done 2 Batman movies already. Don't you want to explore something else?"
Wasn't the initial cut of Batman Returns rated R?
Probably would have had to get cut down. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah,
it was a pretty harsh movie for PG-13.
Didn't they cut? No, I heard they cut a lot for Batman Forever, and I've heard like
well, yeah, there's a
lot
bunch of deleted scenes, but that's for time.
I know, but like I've heard a lot of like people say like release the Schumacher cut, which I would like to see.
You kind of can see it. It's funny enough because I was going to bring them this week, but maybe I'll do it next time. I have a buttload of comic adaptations. Like that's my thing. Like I love movie adaptations from comic books because of this reason.
Marvel Super Special.
Because I remember seeing like this is on YouTube. You can watch it. It's Val Kilmer standing right next to a giant bat.
Yeah, and those are on the DVD, and they should be on that set you got there where they show some of those deleted scenes actually. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the comic book versions usually have the full script before it gets edited down, so a lot of those scenes are still intact. So that's what I love about those adaptations. I'm going to bring those on one of these shows because I have a shit ton of them.
I have the Batman '89
so
comic of the movie. So yeah.
What were you saying, Mike? Sorry.
Mad Magazine would base their parodies on early scripts too.
Yes, they would.
Didn't they release like an issue recently? Like someone did like a Batman '89 thing.
Yeah, they've got a Batman '89 series.
I remember
and Superman '78.
Yeah, Superman as well. I remember Yellow Flash doing a review for the Batman one when that came out, and I'm like, he was saying like, "Oh, this is, DC got me. They got me to buy something of theirs."
I ordered them, but I think I ended up ordering the whole set, so like I got to wait till it's all done, and then they'll send me the whole thing or whatever, like the graphic novel version or whatever. Because I haven't got mine yet, and I know I pre-ordered them. So
I don't buy single comics anymore. I just wait for the trade.
Yeah,
I might buy I might buy a first issue of something.
Yeah, I mostly buy like trade paperbacks of like old comics. I try to avoid the new shit.
Yeah, same here.
Like I bought King Spawn #1, but I'm not going to buy any more of them. I'll just wait for the trade paperback.
Yeah.
I still need to read the.
Hey, Matt Vader.
I still need to read the Spawn books. What's up, Matt?
But
moving on.
We'll
speaking of Ron Howard,
let's see what Tom brought.
I brought my 4K edition of Backdraft, starring Kurt Russell, one of the Baldwin boys, and Robert De Niro.
I have not seen that movie in years.
And Donald Sutherland.
Fucking Sutherland. And music by Hans Zimmer.
Good
nice.
Score.
Back when he actually wrote music, kids.
I know Tom gives Hans Zimmer shit right now. I like some of his work, even his
classic
recent
stuff is amazing, Runner. But
no, his classic stuff is good too. But I I know you're gonna give me shit for this. I love his score for Man of Steel. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
It's all right. It's one of his better, more recent ones. I'll give you that.
No, because I've heard people criticize it. No, because
Learning to Fly is pretty good.
No, like this is the part that like really like ticks me off. Is some people say, "Oh, it's just a hum," is what his music is. I'm like, listen to his whole fucking score.
I tried to Dune, and there's no music in it, man.
Yeah, Dune's horrible.
I have not listened to his soundtrack.
And here's the thing I'll give you is that kind of a score works for things like Nolan movies, like Interstellar or Inception.
I love his score for Inception is fantastic.
All right, well, we're talking about Backdraft.
Yeah, Interstellar was good too. But yeah.
Speaking of which, Tekkaman Blade says Kurt's famous scene jumping through the fire, that was an effect. He was covered in fire-resistant gel and jumped through a fire. So
this movie has some of the most amazing practical fire effects you will ever fucking see caught on film. Right, Mike?
Really does. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that disc is pretty damn good too.
It is. It
I was
looks
gonna
great.
say, how is it? Because I have not seen that movie in years. I was wondering how good that is.
Awesome too. It's got a DTX mix, which is the equivalent of Dolby Atmos with DTS, basically. Looks amazing. I don't know if it's from the negative, but I would assume so. It looks like it. Aside from just a few minor, like like when just the standard shit you get sometimes with some opticals, which I think there's a few. There you go. You got it. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, my man. Great fucking flick.
I didn't even know it was on 4K.
Yeah, I went around, and actually it's very affordable. I got it from Walmart, I think, for $14.
Damn,
I think I got mine from grub.com.
I'm gonna pick that up because I like Backdraft. I like Kurt Russell. That dude, I could watch anything with that motherfucker in it because I love Kurt Russell's
a
movies.
man.
And Backdraft is a damn good movie. I have not seen that in so many years.
Grub.com will usually do like buy two for $20 on their 4K. They'll run different sales, and that's one of the titles that's typically in that sale.
Well, and this movie's always been like one of those movies because not only have my family suffered a house fire, but my dad used to be a volunteer fireman. So like this was a movie that he watched quite often when I was younger. So
that's cool.
It's just one of those movies growing up that just and so to finally, and it's been a couple of years since I've seen it. I did have the anniversary edition on Blu-ray, but I just noticed it's still in plastic because I just bought this and I watched this version of it recently. So
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, like
Grub.com's got 2 4Ks for $22 right now.
Oh,
Backdraft,
nice.
Backdraft is one of to
you're gonna have to give me this website. You guys cost me way too much money.
It's gruv.com. It's Universal. It's Universal's direct retail site.
Gruv.com.
Oh,
GUR.
Yeah, it's Universal's direct to retail site. It's Universal.
Nice.
Yeah, they sell on eBay also.
Nice.
But yeah, they have sales every weekend. So
I see. All right.
I'll have to check that out because I do like
Field of Dreams and Backdraft for $22. Hell yeah!
Yeah, I got Field of Dreams already.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Good. I don't have either one of those, so that could be something for me. Go on, Runner.
Oh, sorry. No, it's weird. It's like I thought I was gonna talk, but then you're talking. It's weird. But no, I was gonna say I'll have to check that out because I do like Kurt Russell. I feel like almost everything I see him in, like Big Trouble in Little China recently. It's like he's fucking awesome in that movie.
Oh, I forgot Scott Glenn's in it too.
Oh yeah, Scott Glenn's in it too. Yeah, he's really good in that.
I just
almost gave away a spoiler, but I want to hear what Runner.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, it's worth it. It's a good one. It's some damn good special effects with that fire.
Yeah,
practical effects with that fire.
Yeah.
But that's a good one. Tom.
Sorry, what was that?
No, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yep.
Yeah, and Rebecca De Mornay.
Yep, Rebecca De Mornay.
Don't forget about them either.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great cast in this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. Good one.
I know the writer has written other shit too. Gregory Whedon. I'm trying to remember though. I know his name, but I can't remember. But yeah.
Damn, it's
don't know.
Legion.
Is that the movie with the angel where they like?
Yeah. I think he did that in Priest.
Oh, I like Legion.
Prophecy,
I never saw
that's
Priest.
the ones I was thinking. Oh, Highlander was the other one I was thinking of.
Prophecy. That's what. Yeah, it's Prophecy.
And Highlander. Highlander was the one I was thinking of.
I love the first three Prophecy films.
When is
Those
Highlander coming out on 4K? Because
I got delayed till next year. I think it was supposed to be out.
Bitch, what's with all the delays?
Yeah.
No, because that's still a movie I like really want to see, but
that one never officially got announced though, so like it's not really technically a delay.
Yeah.
They just said it was coming.
Yeah, it was Prophecy. I got that mixed up with Legion. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Angels.
But yeah, Highlander was the one I was trying to think of anyway. So yeah, but yeah. Good movie.
All right. That was a good pick, Tom. I really like that because I did not even know that was out, and I haven't seen that movie in years. I'm gonna have to get that one. Costing me money now. Damn you, Tom.
I love it.
No, you just cost me some money too. So yeah.
Yeah. So hey, look about that. We'll go to my pick. I kind of feel weird with this pick now after such a good movie as Backdraft, but Return of the Killer Tomatoes by Arrow.
Ooh, nice.
So yes, and speaking of which, George Clooney.
Yes, he is in that.
Yeah, so he's in this. And this movie, I absolutely love this movie.
I
like the first one too, but I think this is the better one, personally.
Do you have the first one too? Or?
Yes, I do. I do have the first one as well. I didn't bring it, but I do have the first one as well.
Does he tilt his head a lot in that movie?
No, he's like the horny best friend in this. So
okay.
That's the movie he wants everybody to forget.
Yeah, he wants you to forget about this. He's actually really good in this, and I have that one.
The one I got.
That's the one I have with the poster.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
But I just love this one because, like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot like tomatoes in it, really.
Well, that movie is actually more famous for kind of setting up the TV series too.
Yes, that's what it's got. John Astin and the whole mad scientist thing, and the guy from the first movie runs a pizza shop that's not selling actual pizza sauce, which I really loved. So yeah, and it sets up the cartoon. There you go. Look, he's got it too.
I have them both too. I don't.
Yes.
They're mine are downstairs. Why did you just make yourself big?
I don't know. I meant to hit this.
My only complaint with that MVD release though is they should have put a soundtrack in there too. God damn it.
Yeah, they should have. I agree with that. I want to hear that song at the end of the film that kills all the tomatoes. It was good. But yes, if you've not seen Return of the Killer Tomatoes,
Runner's probably like, what the fuck?
Puberty love.
Yeah, the whole. I'll be honest, the whole premise sounds dumb as shit.
And also, you can sadly.
That's the point.
That's the whole point. It's supposed to be absurd, but sadly,
I do like dumb movies, but yeah.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes is also a movie you can sort of thank for product placement in movies now, because they were like one of the first people to actually do it, and they do a whole big joke scene about it, which is really funny actually. But yeah, it's good. And yes, the fuzzy tomato hot chick, she was hot in that movie. Super hot. But it's cool. But yeah, there was my pick, my little cheesy pick for the night. It's good if you have it. If you have it, it's awesome. If you don't have it, pick it up. But we'll go to Mike now.
You're muted, Mike.
Mike, you're muted.
Yeah, my last two movies for the night aren't the easiest things to get, but the first one is the 4K director's cut of Midsummer. A24.
Is that any? I've heard a lot of things.
This is one of my favorite horror films of the last few years, actually. You have to. This is the 4K director's cut. The only place to get this version of the film in the US anyway is directly through A24. And it goes in and out of stock all the time. It's very nice. It's a book. It's a big book. You got the disc there. Yeah. Yeah, I actually really adore this film. I'm a real sucker for the stranger in a strange land trope in horror films.
That's the one
with
this
movie,
Pugh, right?
Yeah, Florence Pugh.
Pew pew.
And, this movie apes The Wicker Man quite a bit, and The Wicker Man is one of my favorite all-time horror films. Yeah, this version of the film clocks in, I think, at 3 hours.
Damn.
The only other place it's available in the US is on iTunes. I think it's an iTunes exclusive for the director's cut. But yeah, this is a film you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I'm interested in seeing this because
it's not for anybody's taste, but the 4K disc looks fantastic. It is. You can't get the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. I don't think the theatrical cut's available in 4K in the US anyway. But yeah, if you don't want to do 4K, they also do sell this in a Blu-ray version also. But you could just get the regular Blu-ray for under $10 by this point. So
Yeah, I've heard, like I said, I've heard conflicting things about, like you said, either you love it or you hate it. I've never seen it, but I will be honest, it's probably not my speed.
Yeah, a lot of people like Hereditary better. I actually prefer this to Hereditary. Hereditary is quite good too, so I'm anxious to see what his next film is going to be like.
I've heard some people talk about the movie. The only, because it's got Florence Pugh in it, the only thing I've seen her in was Black Widow, and she was the only good thing about that movie.
I like Florence Pugh quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember seeing a trailer. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I don't know. Maybe I will check it out one of these days.
One day, yeah. I might. But it's like I said, I don't know if it's quite my speed.
But I got the
cool.
Wicker Man
like
vibe from the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very much like the Wicker Man. It is.
it's cool.
It's just a little bit more lackadaisical than the Wicker Man, I think, and it's a much longer film too. So
yeah. That's a good one. I like the packaging though. I like the book. I like the little thing that you got with it. So that's cool.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big packaging doesn't really matter to me so much because once it's on the shelf,
Same here. I prefer,
as long as Tom has got the slip cover so he can read, he's happy.
Yeah, it was really the fact that I could actually own It was really the fact that I could actually own the 4K, the director's cut on 4K.
Right.
Because, like I said, the only way to get the director's cut in the United States was on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
They had that exclusive deal for the director's cut in the United States. So
cool.
Interesting.
All right. It's a good one. Good pick tonight. Runner, what do you got for us?
Oh, okay. So this is a 4K release.
Give it to me, baby.
It's a fun movie. You more than likely have seen it. It's an Edgar Wright movie, if you ever seen any of his films. But this is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
You picked the one I've never seen because I never had no interest in
that.
Yes.
I've
never had any interest in Scott Pilgrim. It just did not interest me.
It's a fun movie. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. If it's on Netflix and you have Netflix, give it a chance. And if you like it, I'd say get it on 4K if you wanted to.
I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of George Michael there. That's from, speaking of Ron Howard.
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
You mean Michael Cera? I was going to say
it's
George
Michael. Ron Howard. I'm talking
George Michael Madley. I'm sorry, sir.
I got that. I got that reference.
I was like, I got the reference. I was going to say, like, you mean Michael Cera?
No, that's his name in Arrested Development. By Ron Howard.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I never seen Arrested Development, believe it or not.
It's got a pretty big cast in it. It's got Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think is how you say her name. She plays Ramona Flowers in it. She's pretty hot. But who else is in it? Brie Larson is in it.
Yeah. Chris Evans is in it.
Evans is in it. Brandon
Routh.
Yeah, Brandon Routh. I'm gonna be honest. This is Brie Larson's best work ever in a movie.
That's not hard to beat.
No, it's not saying much, but this is her only good role. I'd give it a chance.
You picked like the only Edgar Wright film I've like never seen.
Surprisingly enough, this
it's got Anna Kendrick too. She plays Scott's sister.
Oh yeah, she is in it. I forgot about her.
I'm curious if it's even true 4K either. I wonder if it's a 2K interpositive.
That's true.
That's highly doubt. There's a lot of special effects in that movie. I highly doubt that it's true 4K.
I was thinking.
No, there are a lot of special effects, but this is the only like Edgar Wright movie I've seen in its entirety. I've seen half of Shaun of the Dead, and that's it.
You're missing out. The Cornetto trilogy is the best.
Come on, man. Do better.
I still need to see Hot Fuzz and World's End, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, at World's End. And Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, I can see that too. But that trilogy that you mentioned is like on it's like a collection on 4K, so I might get it at some point.
On 4K, yeah.
No, but it's like $50, I think. for that. So I'm
It
gonna
goes on
wait.
sale regularly, so
Yeah, they
you should
tend
be
to
able
drop
get
in
it for.
price on
You should
that.
be able to get it for
Yeah.
$25 to $30.
No, but I enjoy Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I think it's a fun movie.
I've heard good things about it, but I'm kind of like Greg, where it just didn't look like anything that would really entertain me.
Yeah, me as well. But like, it's fun. I enjoy it.
I think it's more for like kids your age, your speed. Personally,
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe it's just like an age thing. I don't know.
Oh no, I think a lot of it's just taste too. See, like me personally, I'm not like a heavy duty gamer. I'm not really into anime, and those kind of things both really influence it.
I've never read.
I know it's based on a comic, but
yeah, I've never read the comics. I've heard the comics were good and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like, I'll be honest, I feel like if Greg watches the movie, he might just be watching throw up, but I don't know.
I'll be honest. I've seen like a scene or two, and it just no.
It looks like cutscenes from a video game for me, actually.
And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been in a rush to see Free Guy either, because I'm like not.
I
like
actually saw that.
Is it good?
What do you think?
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, Free Guy
thought it was pretty funny.
Free Guy was one of those movies I do plan on watching, but I didn't.
It is pretty much like the Truman Show meets Grand Theft Auto, but
what about Ready Player One?
Not really.
Because here's the thing,
a little bit, but not really.
Free Guy is one of those movies, and I like Ryan Reynolds. I'm a casual fan of him, but it just didn't look like one of those movies I needed to see.
I didn't think it was going to be all that great. I went into it with very tempered expectations because I'd been hearing a lot of things about it. But after I saw it, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It sounds like Mike did too. So,
yeah, so I'll check it out then. That's one of the reasons why
Auto, yeah.
It's because I'm not like huge into gaming. I don't play any video games. So
the game aspect is a part of it, but it's not like what it's mainly about in a way. It's hard to explain without giving away the whole story.
I know.
Well, I will check it out then, definitely.
I know Pokemon
did interest
cameo in it.
Yeah, unfortunately, a bunch of the YouTubers, including Pokemon, were in it.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I think Jacksepticeye was in it. I used to watch his stuff back in the day.
But otherwise, it was a decent film.
That's cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Runner, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I probably will never watch Scott Pilgrim. I probably won't.
And also, Greg, that's coming from somebody who does not enjoy movies like that. Like, I'm not a big fan. Like, I liked Crank 1, but I did not like Crank 2 because that was even more like a video game, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that one I'm not a big fan of. The first one I can get through, but yeah.
I liked Ready Player One. I thought that was a damn good movie, personally. I mean, not the greatest, but I liked it.
I mean, even for someone who didn't read the book, I thought it was okay.
Well, I've heard it's better than the book as well, because I've never read the book.
Which is sad, because if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate the movie, but I was just like, this is what everybody's making a big deal out of.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of like
I could have wrote this.
Yeah, like with seeing Chucky and the DeLorean and all that. I think kind of people like nostalgia goggles went into it like that, and that's why it kind of did. But I enjoyed it for what it was, and I thought, and like I said, I've heard it was better than the book.
But the problem with Ready Player One is like the culmination of Space Jam 2.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. That's true. It's true.
I'll say this, Greg. When it comes to the video game aspect, I feel like you get that more in the third act of Scott Pilgrim. Not so much in the first two, I think.
Yeah.
One of these days, maybe I'll give it a shot just for you, Runner.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested to see, especially I would say specifically Tom's, just because of like where he's.
And I do like Edgar Wright, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I do in a way, even though I've only seen that film and half of Shaun of the Dead, I could see why people like this guy.
Oh yeah, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and World's End are great.
Oh yeah, have you guys ever watched the show Spaced?
No, but I know what it is.
I've watched it. I own it. It is good. Pieces, yeah. It's good.
All right, well, let's get to speeding along because I think we're getting
Okay, yeah.
tooth here. So
yes. So
my
let's go
next
to
one
Tom.
is like cliffhanger. You know, like if you're gonna go out on a
Sony disc
cliff, you want a little Sly. You know, because Sly will make sure you don't die. You know, unless you're that chick in the beginning, but we don't talk about that. No, yeah, you're right, Matt. This is a great fucking movie. Great fucking looking disc. Directed by Rennie Harlan. Of course, you have Michael Rooker and Janine Turner. Leon's in it. Paul Winfield's in it. And of course, the awesome John Lithgow is the great villain in the film. And
so good.
Such a great movie, especially it's one of those reference quality kind of movies almost. I mean, a little older now, so I don't know if this is necessarily reference quality, but it does have really nice Dolby Atmos track on it, especially during the helicopter scenes, and which there is a lot of in this film. Picture-wise, I wouldn't. That's where I get to the reference part. I'm like, I don't know if the movie is held up picture-wise enough for it to be reference quality, but this disc still does look amazing. Matt, cool. Sounds like you have it too, so
yeah.
That's
cool. Sony generally does a really good job with their catalog stuff on 4K.
Right. And again, like, I mean, I just bring that up because, like, back in the day, I remember the Laserdisc being one of those reference quality movies for Laserdisc was Cliffhanger. Like, it was one of those wherever I would go into, like, a store, like, they'd have that one playing on, like, the big hi-fi systems and shit.
It looks so good.
Seeing it always in widescreen and stuff like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, yeah, it's got those big vistas of the mountains it was filmed in over in Italy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are they still going through with the all-female Cliffhanger remake?
I hope to hell not, probably.
Oh god, that's going to suck. Because that is such a good movie. And that's another one.
So pretty and lazy.
Much like Backdraft, I have not seen that one in a long time too. And it is such a good movie. John, like you said, John Lithgow as the villain. Dude, John
Where's
Lithgow
my money?
It's so good. It's a good one. It is a good one. And that's good cast to it. And I love Sylvester Stallone as well. So that's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Glinzer, I saw it in the theater too. I just remember it was like, because it was pretty early on when we got a newer theater around, and the surround sound in that movie was just amazing. And yeah, this Dolby Atmos track is good. Like, as far as like soundtracks go, this might be still the Atmos track might be damn near reference quality. But like, again, the picture, it's an older film like now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I mean, does it like play good in the daylight scenes since it's
it looks
bright?
gorgeous.
Well, it looks exactly like 35 like
it looks beautiful, but like, you know, I mean, compared to like something like if I'm going to tell somebody to like for a reference quality 4K title, I'm talking like Lawrence of Arabia or maybe 2001 or Jaws perhaps over this, but this is still up there is my point.
I get that. That's cool. That is a good one. I like it, Tom. I like it. You guys, I liked your picks tonight. Even yours, Runner. Even yours.
Even though you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, but like I said, I may or may not, but I'll be honest, I probably won't.
I'll be honest. For you and Tom, I'd say if you're bored as shit and you have nothing to do, let's just say it's just that kind of time. If you're thinking about it, just give it a chance. I'd like to hear.
I may give it a chance for you, Runner. I may, but I don't know. I can't be full honest with that.
It's fine. It's not like one of those like diehard things. Like, I'm not saying you like have to see it.
I get you.
You don't even. No, there are way better movies than that. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, but that's a good one. Mr. Plague Doctor here says Scott Pilgrim was the first film me and my dad walked out of for some reason. Myself.
Why?
But anyways, here's my final pick of the night, and it is another still book for you guys. The Slumber Party Massacre with the driller killer there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get the glare.
Does that one have a different transfer than the original?
This has this is the Scream Factory. I don't have the slip on it. I don't know, but it looked pretty damn clear when I watched it. It was a good transfer.
Yeah, I can't remember if they remastered that or not.
I think it's a 2K remaster, if I remember correctly. I kept a slip that goes on the back here, but I don't have it. I didn't bring it over here. But yes, if you've not seen this is a pretty decent 80s slasher flick. So there's that.
I've seen it years ago.
It's a good one. The guy basically stalks chicks and kills them with a giant drill because he
Yeah.
absolutely loves them. Like he says, "You're pretty. All of you are very pretty. I love you. It takes a lot of love for a person to do this." So it's good. It's funny. It's got great boobs, great nude scenes.
Nice.
If you're into that type of things, but yeah, it's really good. No, all in all, it's a pretty good slasher film if you like that. But yeah, and I like the steelbook. It was it's got a nice design to it, and
It's
like Tom says,
Revenge
and
of
I
the
said,
Nerds meets Friday the 13th.
yeah.
I missed out getting the sequels on Blu-ray. They're out of print now.
Yeah, I
Well,
missed out on that one.
the sequels
Same
aren't
thing
very
with
good though.
Sleepaway Camp. I got the first Sleepaway, but not the rest of them.
I love that. See, the thing is, I know everybody talks about Sleepaway Camp and the big ending, which that's cool and all, but I absolutely love the sequels better than the first movie.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if I've seen the sequels, and I kind of pissed myself off by not getting them.
Yeah, with Pamela Springsteen.
Yeah,
it was my own fault. Now the 2 and 3 are out of print, so
I know. I've been really wanting to pick up them too, and they're outrageously priced right now because they're out of print.
Yeah, I got those on clearance at Target right before they went out of print.
Lucky.
Yeah, and yes, they sadly did remake Slumber Party Massacre for the Sci-Fi Channel.
They might get new remasters soon anyway. That's why I don't panic too often.
Well, Shad actually owns all the Corman library, so.
Are there?
Yes, and it is a Corman film. So.
Oh, then they'll remaster.
Yeah,
then.
Yeah,
4K around the corner eventually.
Shout bought the Corman library.
Yeah, I got there a couple of the ones they did. Yeah, and I remember hearing about that. The kids were so pissed.
But if you have not seen that one, I would recommend that one because it's a pretty decent flick.
It is.
But, yes, it is. And so since that was my last pick, we'll go to Mike, and then we'll keep going here. So what do you got, Mike?
Pick, this is another one that's not easy to get a hold of. You have to get it from the company itself. It is Andrei Zavosky's 1981 horror film Possession, starring Isabella Johnny and Sam Neill as a couple whose marriage is disintegrating. It is probably one of the best horror films of the 80s. I don't really want to say much about it. It'd give too much away. But Isabella Johnny gives one of the most go-for-broke performances ever in a horror film. It's heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time. This is definitely in my top 10 horror films of all time. It's in my top 5 80s horror films. Vastly underseen since it originally came out in 1981. It was nominated for the Palme d'Or at Cannes the year it came out. The only way to get this, they initially released a limited edition of this. That's long out of print. You can still get the special edition directly from Mondo Vision themselves. If you go out to Amazon or someplace like that, you're going to look at prices at like $150. Don't pay that. Mondo Vision still sells the single disc special edition of this. You can still get it for I think it's $39.99. It's an excellent package. It's got over 4 hours of extras. It's got audio commentary, great picture and sound quality. If you've never seen it, you might want to take a chance on it. Like that, it's not on any VOD platforms either. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about this movie.
Yeah,
as being underrated and everything.
It's not an easy watch. It's not an easy watch. It's a tough movie to watch, but it'll hit you. But it's pretty damn great. So yeah.
Interesting. And like you said, none of us have seen it, so except you. It's good one. I like it. And like Sam Neill and what was the woman's name?
It was Isabella Johnny. I don't know much about her. She was in a few films around the late 70s and early 80s, and after that I don't really know much about her.
Crazy. All right, but that was a good one. Because like I said, I've heard things about it, and I've heard a lot of people talk about how it's something you need to see and all this. And so, well, yeah, we'll have to look into that. Good one. Runner, your final pick of the night. What is it?
All right. This is probably gonna clipped, but yeah, you know what you know what that movie's from.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I fucking love the
Just get a 4K release soon.
I know.
Okay, so I found this thing at that junk sale I talked about a few streams probably ago, for like $5, I think. So yeah, I picked it up. There's like scratches here and there that kind of bother me, but who cares? I enjoyed the film. It's good.
It's a good one.
Really good.
And that is something that Matthew McConaughey actually does before he gets into character.
It's Fugazi.
Well, what do you mean?
It's pounding in the chest. Oh,
seriously?
Yeah, he was doing that, and Leonardo DiCaprio started copying him, and then they put it in the movie.
No shit, that's awesome. Because I fucking love that scene.
Yeah, but yeah, Tom loves this movie.
I know. I did it last just for you, Tom.
Well, I'm going to save up a lot of what I'm going to talk about it when the 4K comes out, especially since we're going so late. So, yeah, I cannot wait for that, and I hope they don't bungle that one up. That'll be a bad one if they do. Because I don't know if you've heard what they did to Inglourious Bastards, Mike.
What do they do?
What they do?
Oh yeah, they upconverted it.
Motherfuckers,
and then they botched. Yeah, they upconverted it from 2K and botched the high dynamic range on it.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit.
And wasn't that shot in 70?
I don't know about 70, but it was certainly shot on film.
Yeah, I know he shot it at least on film because I think he shot, maybe Hateful Eight was the one he shot only on 70, but
yeah, he's never shot on digital.
No, he'll never shoot on digital. And that to me is an insult because I was waiting for this disc because y'all know I love my Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to get it eventually. I'm not going to get it now.
Oh, I'm pissed. I actually haven't got, I don't think my pre-order left yet. I might actually cancel it and wait. You're right. Thanks for reminding me I should do that because I'm glad I have it. That's one of the ones that's late that I'm kind of glad about. So when I heard about that yesterday, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. They treated it ingloriously. Yes, they did.
Inglorious, yes.
I hope Tarantino says something. I hope he does. I really do. That'd be fucking funny as shit.
That'd be great.
I think he will at this point. I mean, he's been pretty outspoken about some stuff lately, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't believe they released it without his okay, but he must not have that power.
Yeah, you would think he would. Especially
I remember hearing that story where he had a problem. Tarantino, he had a problem with this one theater. It wouldn't play the Hateful Eight. It was just playing TFA the whole entire time. I remember hearing about that.
That was Disney's doing.
Yeah, that was Disney's doing, and he had a problem with them. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it wasn't the theaters he had a problem with. It was Disney.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't the theater. Yeah, that's how I meant. It was the theater. It's the way they kind of like operate and shit. I thought it was hilarious.
That's a good one, Runner. Your taste is growing because you had some. You had Shawshank Redemption. You had a Wolf of Wall Street. So you got some good ones tonight. You had some flubs with Scott Pilgrim there, but
you haven't seen the movie, so you can't see shit.
you had some good ones tonight.
The Batman collection.
You did good with Batman. The Batman and Batman Returns is awesome. So.
Oh yeah. Well, Batman Forever is. I'll say it's okay at best, and Batman Robin. I'll just use that as a coaster.
Yep. And we'll give you that. You'd be fine to do that. Tom, let's go to you for your final pick of the night, and then we'll start closing it down.
Yes, sir. All right. This last one is not a movie, but it is a soundtrack. It is a collection of soundtracks. Can you guess what collection of soundtracks this is?
Jason Voorhees.
You're so close.
Nightmare on Elm
Of course, it's
Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street, and this is out of print now, as far as I know. But
The
Sarah Bonde put this out a couple of years back.
the coat thing is genius.
Yeah, it's
It's awesome.
I'm not normally a fan of that kind of thing, but it is awesome. It works perfectly.
Yeah, I missed out on that, and I have like the original soundtrack CDs, but I missed out on that. I didn't pick that up.
That is so cool.
Wish I did.
See, here's the funny thing. I was gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street like right away, but I didn't want to just because I didn't want everyone to think like I'm like a super huge fan of it because I haven't seen any of the movies yet.
And then all the discs, they come in these things, and you put them all
Shut up,
together, and they make a
FanZcene.
big poster collage thing.
Oh, that's dope.
Cool. I love that.
Oh, that's
You get all the cool
awesome.
soundtracks, man. I got my records and stuff, but I don't have like soundtracks like that.
Of course, this is just the score. So
But yeah, I love the scores.
the only thing that upsets me about this is they should have at least, because it's never been released before. It would have been nice to get 1, 2, 3's Nightmare on the first one. I still haven't been able to find that anywheres. But yeah, otherwise these are pretty extensive collections. They've even got some like alternate takes and stuff like that on them. Otherwise, but yeah, sans an actual, like kind of ultimate edition with all the pop versions and stuff like that on it. It's the best you're going to get, and good luck. Because, yeah, this is a couple of years old now, and it's probably a couple $100 or better. Although there is the vinyl set that's been released a couple times. I'm not sure how comprehensive that one is. But I believe that's the same as this, but it's just like the vinyl versions. But I'm not sure if they're abridged at all, because I'm not sure if they have all the same tracks on them. So, yeah.
I like that. Those are so cool. The sweater, the design, I love that. I love that. See, Tom, you always get all the cool soundtracks.
That's why I do Mead Radio.
Yes. It's a good one. That's good, guys. I liked all your Mike. I liked your picks. It was awesome because I like you come in with these like movies that like we've never heard of and like the really obscure hard ones, and I like that. And Tom, you're just Tom, so you get all the cool stuff. And then Runner, yeah. But yeah.
Then there's poor Runner.
No, but Runner, you're doing good.
It's like
you're really
it's like
trying hard and you're getting into stuff. So I really like that.
You complimented me, and you're like, "Oh, Runner's just Runner. He's there."
But it was good. It was a good show tonight.
He's just there for show.
That was a hell of a way to close out with that. Awesome. And I've been wanting to do like a Nightmare on Elm Street stream before Halloween's over with you, if I ever get a chance, if I ever find time.
I'm gonna watch those movies at some point, but there's just so much I got on my plate.
Runner's never even seen them.
Okay,
can you believe that?
You know what movie is playing tomorrow at a nearby theater of mine?
No, because I don't live where you live.
Venom 2?
No, I already saw that last week. No, like tomorrow. It's an old movie.
Oh, Annie?
Yeah, Evil Dead.
He said tomorrow. I thought he
was tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Are you going to go watch Evil Dead, or are you going to go see it?
Hopefully. I want to, just because I don't have school on Friday, so hopefully I can make it if I can. I would love to watch that in the theater. I just think it would be an awesome experience. So fingers crossed, because at the same time I wasted a shit ton of money today on physical media.
I told you, man, don't try to keep up.
Dude, it's an addiction, man.
It is once you get started.
And I was almost running out of shit to pick, so
we're showing Evil Dead 2 at our this year's all-night horror movie marathon.
That's awesome.
They're all. I think they're also.
It's gonna be the last film of the night.
Cool. And I've been talking to my dad to possibly seeing Rocky for the director's cut.
Oh yeah,
in the
Rocky
theater.
vs. Drago.
Because my dad used to be a boxer back in the day.
Cool.
And he's the one that introduced me to Rocky. So I hopefully, if that can happen, I would love, because it's only gonna be there for one day.
Yeah, they're only doing one day, and then we'll get the release down the line.
Like for physical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a date on that, Tom, when that's coming out?
I don't know about a physical version. I know it's coming to.
And then theaters November.
Yeah, theaters, and then the
Yeah.
next day it'll be on digital for sale. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know if it's coming when it's coming to video. I believe it was done in 4K though, because I do have Rocky 1 in 4K on digital, but they have not done a disc yet. So I'm curious if they're going to do like a big box set at some point.
That would make sense, maybe. Probably around December for Christmas.
Speaking of box sets, while I was at the Best Buy I went to, I actually went to Target and Best Buy that I've never been to. It was like right near my college, so I just drove over there after class and bought some stuff. But at the Best Buy I went to, they had the Rambo set. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah,
you're fine.
I was like frozen. It was weird.
Okay.
Okay, that's weird. So I found that Steelbook Rambo set.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm talking about. I wanted that so bad, but it's like $90.
Happens. It happens. They have a Batman Steelbook set like that too. The Batman movies.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
I've seen the '89 Steelbook.
I got
Returns.
those.
It looks really fucking cool.
It was a good show tonight, guys. I think we'll close it down. Hail to the chat. Glizner, Tekkaman Blade, Random Brad, Martin Acosta Santana, Mr. Plague Doctor, Chad Riddle, Stephen Luther, Matt Vader. Thank you guys for all showing up and everybody that watched the show.
I just want to say, if you follow me on Twitter, all this month I'm giving out one movie recommendation every day.
Cool.
For
October. I don't think you're a what do you call it? Mod. I'm gonna mod you, and then you put your link to your Twitter in the chat.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and tell them what you're doing.
Yeah, every day I'm putting up I'm not being some schmuck and saying, hey, why don't you watch Halloween this year for October? I'm trying to pick stuff that's a little bit out there, a little bit out of the way. Like this movie Possession will show up one day this month. Real small Twitter sized reviews. Plus in the comments I'm listing where you can actually see the movie. So tomorrow is day 7. So
here, put your Twitter in there real quick.
Yeah, let me.
I was gonna plug his Twitter in there, but
well, you weren't quick enough, Runner.
Yeah, well, too bad. I just put it in there.
You can go ahead and put it in there. It's because I actually don't have YouTube up right now.
Yeah, you see, I beat you to it.
There you go. You follow me on Twitter.
That's why I'm called Runner, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm fast as shit.
He's better at running his mouth than he is. Anyways.
Yeah, maybe you'll find a cool movie to watch.
I'm better. I'm pretty good at running too, but I do run my mouth pretty good. I'll say that much.
But if you guys do have Twitter and you want to follow him, there you go. Follow him on Twitter at here. And like he said, he's going to do what he's going to do. But yes, thank you, Mike, for being here. Thank you, Runner, for being here. Thank you, Tom, for being here. Great show, guys, and look forward to doing this next week, barring any unforeseen circumstances, and seeing what you guys got coming. So, as we close out the show, enjoy a little Nick Cage.